My name is Cassandra Fernandez, and I'm going to be doing a video of my senior project. For my senior project, I chose how to learn how to read tarot decks. So here I have my tarot deck. This is a celestial tarot deck, so it's a little different from a typical tarot deck, but that doesn't really mean anything besides the fact that I liked it. So anyway, I'm going to be reading the fortune for you, you being my mother and backup mentor. Hi.
Hi.
But I'm also reading it for you, the audience. So this is your fortune too. Anyway, I'm going to start by having you go ahead and meditate and think on a question or think on something that you kind of want answered in your life. So take a second and do that. Okay, so hopefully you had time to think about something. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you this deck so that you can go ahead and shuffle them yourself. So now you're going to be shuffling the cards. You glad you got your nails done?
Okay. Yay. All shuffled.
Okay, so now the cards are shuffled. And what I'm going to do is a basic 3-card lineup, which is past, present, future. I'm doing this for time purposes. If I did a Celtic cross, we would be here all night. So, first we start with your past. You got the Priestess, the High Priestess, which is a major arcana card, and you got it in the reversed. So, just so you know, there are 23 major arcana cards. For your present, you got the upright 10 of Cups. And for your reversed, you got the reversed 2 of Cups. Now I'm going to go ahead and explain to you which each card means. So I figure the best way to do this to make sure that you guys get your best reading is I'm going to tell you what each card means individually. So for your past, you drew a reversed High Priestess, which is, like I mentioned, is a major arcana card. Reversed doesn't mean much. It simply means the opposite of what the card means in truth, which is upright. So as a reversed High Priestess in your past, this can mean anything from a lack of listening to your inner intuition. The High Priestess is connected to the, what we would call the inner conscience, and if you're a woman, your inner female instinct. It could mean, if you're a man, it could also mean like you've blocked kind of the feminine side of yourself, or just more maybe the sensitive side of yourself, the conscience of yourself.
So I blocked it?
Well, no, you're not a man. But as far as female goes, it means that you really need to start listening to your inner conscience and instinct. So maybe in the past, you have faced a decision and you haven't really listened to yourself or your instinct, and it led you astray, or just led you in a different direction. It doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. But yes, so basically, it can also mean that by not listening to your inner conscience, you tend to let others tell you their opinions more and not listen to yourself. So it could also mean just maybe, like I said, listening to yourself, I guess, and not others. So.
Okay.
Your next card is your present card, which is the 10 of Cups. And it's an upright position, so very straightforward answer. The 10 of Cups usually represents a happy unit. So this can mean happy family life, happy work life, just anything that's like a concrete unit in your life. Relationships around you. So basically it can mean that you have a lot of joy going right now in your family, or maybe that you've all come together at some point for whatever reason. It can mean that some past relationships have been mended, or that you're just in a really good state, but also to reflect and be grateful for that state. The 10 in tarot, it was upright. The 10 in tarot is a perfect number, so that represents unity and coming together. Okay. Okay. So also something just special about my deck, which happens to be a celestial deck, is that it's different from your typical deck. On this 10 of Cups, usually the regular tarot deck has a picture of like a family in the background, and it signifies the happiness of the family. In my deck, you'll see you have a Scorpio, a Cancer, and a Pisces. And they represent the different house signs. We would call them horoscopes. And the fact that they are all coming together, unified, symbolizes that that unity and that harmony. Okay, so for your future, you have the reversed Two of Cups. So I'm just going to do a little clarification right now, because I know a lot of people have this misconception about bad fortunes, or I got a bad fortune. If anyone ever tells you that your card says you're going to die, they are a quack and they don't know what they're talking about. No card is going to tell you you're going to die. In fact, I don't even believe that there are bad fortunes. I think that if you get a card reversed that might mean something negative, it's simply a warning for you to change whatever it is in your present to make sure that this future doesn't become a reality.
Oh, you're scaring me now.
Hopefully, you take this card to, you know, in your back of your mind with a grain of salt, but also, you know, with the knowledge that, you know, everything is up to you. So, anyway, this card in reversed usually means a lack of even playing field in relationships. It doesn't have to mean family. It could mean work. It could mean, you know, maybe you play a sport, whatever it is. You're feeling like those around you are not really heeding your words and understanding you. This goes back to the past when we talked about how the fact you're a high priestess and you're not listening to your high priestess inside your conscience. So maybe you really need to step it up and make sure that your future, you're not, you know, being, you know, you're being respected and you're being heard. So it can also mean that you need to maybe take a step back and reevaluate the relationships that you're in and think about, you know, is this a good place for me? Is this a good setting for me? Do I need to move on because I'm not in a good place? So yeah, that's basically what it means. I hope you have good fortune.
Thank you.